He used to sleep in a cold car, parked right behind the building.
Every night, he looked up at the lights in those windows and whispered, "One day, I will walk in there as the owner."
People laughed at him, but today, his name is on the front door.
This is the story of Daniel. Daniel was just an ordinary man living in the United States. No rich parents, no big connections, no backup plan. He worked at a small marketing company in a busy city. The company rented office space in a tall glass building downtown. Every morning, Daniel would swipe his entry card, walk past the security desk, and sit at a small cubicle near the back. He wasn't the boss, he wasn't even close, but he had something special. He had a dream. Daniel didn't just want to work in that building, he wanted to own it. Sounds crazy, right? When he first told his coworkers, they laughed. "Own it? You can't even afford a new phone," one of them joked. Daniel smiled. He didn't argue. He just kept working. Life was simple at first. A small rented apartment, a used car, a steady paycheck. It wasn't luxury, but it was stable. And sometimes stability makes us comfortable. Then one winter, everything changed. The company began losing clients. Profits dropped. Meetings became tense. One Friday afternoon, Daniel was called into the manager's office. He already knew. "We're sorry," the manager said. "We have to let some people go." Daniel walked out with a small box of his belongings. No job, no savings big enough to last long. At first, he told himself, "It's okay, I'll find something else." "We're sorry," the manager said. "We have to let some people go." Daniel walked out with a small box of his belongings. No job, no savings big enough to last long. At first, he told himself, "It's okay, I'll find something else." But weeks passed. Interviews came and went. Emails said, "We chose another candidate." Bills started stacking up. Rent was due. Daniel tried to stay strong. But one evening, he looked at his bank account and realized the truth. He could not afford his apartment anymore. That night, he packed his clothes into bags, returned his apartment keys, and moved into his car. Yes, his car. A small, old sedan became his bedroom. He parked it behind the same building where he once worked, the same building he dreamed of owning. Every morning, before sunrise, he would wake up in the back seat, fold his blanket, change clothes in a public restroom, and walk into nearby cafes to apply for jobs online. Some nights were freezing. Some nights were lonely. He would stare at the tall building in front of him, lights glowing in the windows, people inside working late. He felt small. He felt embarrassed. Have you ever felt like life pushed you down so hard that you didn't know how to stand back up? Daniel did. But here is the difference. He did not quit. Instead of feeling sorry for himself, Daniel started observing. He noticed something interesting. Many small businesses in that building were struggling with online marketing. He knew this because he used to handle their accounts. He thought, what if I stop looking for a job and start solving a problem? But how could he start a business when he was sleeping in his car? He had no office, no money for rent, no team, only a laptop and Wi-Fi from cafes. Still, he started. He emailed small companies. He offered to manage their marketing for a low price at first. Most ignored him. Some said no.
But one small clothing store said yes. It wasn't much money, but it was a start. Daniel worked inside his car, in libraries, in coffee shops. He worked longer than ever before. He saved every dollar.
Slowly, one client became two. Two became 5. His income was still small, but it was growing. Months passed. He was still sleeping in his car, but now he had hope. One evening, nearly a year later, Daniel received a call. It was from a property agent. The same office building he used to work in was up for sale. The owner was retiring. Daniel's heart started racing. The building cost millions. He did not have millions, but he had something else now. He had a growing business. He had clients inside that building. He had confidence. He met with investors. Many said no, too risky, too young, too ambitious. But one investor listened carefully. Daniel showed his numbers, his growth, his plan to improve the building and fill empty offices. The investor said, "I don't see a homeless man. I see a fighter." With partnerships and loans, Daniel did the impossible. He bought the building. The day he signed the papers, his hands were shaking. He walked outside, stood across the street, looked up at the same windows he once stared at from his car. But this time, it was different. He wasn't dreaming anymore. He was the owner. The man who once slept in the parking lot now held the keys to the entire property. Daniel didn't become successful overnight. He wasn't lucky. He was desperate, focused, and unwilling to quit. Here's the truth. Your current situation does not decide your final destination. Sleeping in a car does not mean you will always stay there. Losing a job does not mean losing your future. Sometimes life removes your comfort so you can discover your strength. If Daniel had chosen shame over action, he would still be blaming the world. But he chose courage. He chose to ask, "What can I do with what I have?" Let me ask you something. Are you waiting for perfect conditions, or are you using what is already in your hands? Maybe you don't have money. Maybe you don't have support. Maybe people doubt you. That's okay. Start anyway. Start small. Start scared. Start tired. But start. Because one day, you might look back and realize the place where you once struggled became the place you conquered. Daniel's name is now written on the front of that building. But his real success? It wasn't buying property. It was refusing to give up when he had nothing. And maybe your biggest breakthrough is hiding inside your hardest moment right now. So don't quit. Your story is not over.